Hello, friends. Welcome to Gecko's Gaming. Today, we will be trying to win some cardboard, actual cardboard, not just digital pixels. So, I'm going to be entering the Arena Direct sealed for Magic Foundations. And let's go ahead and open up our pool and see what we get. Hopefully, we get a good pool because sealed can be very swingy depending on what you open. Okay, we have some very good rares here. Um, Zamon is one of the best cards in the set. Muldrotha is crazy. Loot is good. We could have some strong Sultai stuff here. 8 rares is pretty nice too. And then when you got Zamon, Muldrotha, Loot, Curator Destinies, High Society Hunter, and then a Sullum Simulacrum to pull it all together. Heck, we might even end up playing Genesis Wave in here if we can get enough mana going. So huge top end. Looking like Sultai would be a good color combination right off the bat. And I love that we have the Solemn Simulacrum to help us fix. All right, so let's see what we got here. Just looking through, we got a stab, that's nice. Got a hero's downfall, so black is definitely. Oh, and a bake into a pie. Okay, so black's looking good. We got 2 growth from the ashes, so we can ramp. We're gonna be ramping like crazy. Red, pretty easy to just say we're not gonna play red most likely. Just looking at what we have there, it's pretty shallow and also low power. And okay, we got green black land. I love that. We got a banner, a burnished heart, 2 campus guides. We can just play whatever colors we want. That's awesome. So I'm gonna get the. Oops, I didn't want that. Get the 2 grows in. Loot. Felling blow is a totally good removal spell. Put the gnarly colony in. We'll put in the wary thespian for now, just to help us fix. Not sure if we'll play Genesis Wave. Um, High Society Hunter, Bake into a Pie, and maybe Seeker's Folly. I'll throw it in there for now. Stab for sure. Plunder, Downfall. And then blue, we have so much top end. I might, wow, 2 refutes too. Strix Lookout, Think Twice, 2 Think Twices, Brineborn, a wall, a couple walls. So this is definitely a deep pool with lots of options, especially in the Sultai color triome. Um, and in white, white definitely has some good cards. I could see splashing white for the removal spells like Banishing Light, Luminous Rebuke, maybe Make Your Move. But I don't think we need to. I don't think we'll need to venture from this 3 color combination. Um, Maybe I'll play a Cackling Prowler. I got a couple Giant Growls. We'll see how much creatures end up mattering in this deck. How much creature combat matters. Phyrexian Arena and Midnight Snack is an interesting combination. I'm not going to play Phyrexian Arena most likely just because we seem to have a lot of power already, a lot of card advantage. And yeah, I've played it a few times in this format. You often deck yourself or run out of life. So let's take a. I'm going to start looking at Sultai here and we'll see where we go. Um, so let's separate by creatures and non-creatures. Yeah, this is a pretty powerful pool. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty happy about this. I cut a Wary Thespian. I know if Brineborn Cutthroat's gonna get there. We don't have a ton of instants, and I'm not really trying to do that, so yeah, I'll cut that. At least one of these walls is gonna get cut. Um, I don't know if we need the Kraken on top of all this other stuff here. Anyways, yeah, I'll take a closer look at this and then I'll show you what I come up with. Okay, here's one version of the deck. Green, black, splash, blue here. And then there's one more card left. I could conceivably put a Kraken in. It's a little. The Kraken is so good because it's because I can get lands back from the graveyard with Muldrotha, and it turns all my ramp spells into big swingy cards later on in the game once I have it. Whereas normally I wouldn't be excited about drawing ramp later on in the game. Um, but yeah, splashing a couple cards for double blue off just two islands is a little tricky. We do have two Campus Guides, two Grow from the Ashes, a Burnished Heart, and a Solemn Simulacrum. Um, so I think that'll be enough. I could also cheat it into play with loot potentially, as long as it's in my library and not in my hand. So that's an interesting consideration. I could also cut the Kraken and play um, either Cackling Prowler, play one of these four drops. The problem with this, so here's the different four drops I have. I'll put one of each in just to look at. The problem with this pool is I don't have a lot of threes, and I'm a little light on twos even too. So each color basically has one three drop to provide. Black has Plunderer, green has Loot, and blue has the Cephalid, which is a little annoying because I want to curve into Zamone with like a three drop out. It's one of the reasons I'm very insistent on playing Burnished Heart. Plus, I can get it back with Muldrotha, which is pretty sweet. I like Witness Protection also with Muldrotha, a recurring removal spell. And what's cool about Muldrotha is that each permanent type, so I could play a creature and an artifact creature in the same turn. I like the Soul Shackled Zombie and ability to disrupt the opponent's graveyard from Threshold and stuff like that. Plus, gaining life recurring can be good. This is definitely a late game type deck. Um, Cackling Prowler is totally fine too. Crypt Feaster has, I guess, decent body. Probably that would be the least of the three options for this particular version. I could also cut a Grow from the Ashes also, especially now that I'm only running one double blue card. So I could do something like this. Looks pretty good. Um, but it's tough. I mean, I could build green, blue, splash black, green, black, splash blue, or black, blue, splash green. So I'll show you the black, blue, splash green deck here quick too. Okay, so here's blue, black, splash green. One of the interesting things about this pool is that I actually have four ways to splash in colorless without having to play green. I do have two grows, which is great for splashing and ramping, but I also have a lot of artifacts that do that, so I don't need green for um, color fixing. Heraldic Banner I could play too, also, but the thing about green is I have some actually like good cards in it. Like Loot is one of my stronger cards, and it's a three drop, which is something I'm looking to fix. I can't really play Loot for profit in the blue black deck because the activation is double green. And then Felling Blow is very strong. I could play that in here, but I feel like I just don't really need it. I have plenty of removal already, so I don't think I need a splash for this, even though it's a very strong removal spell. And then I honestly, in green, I like these two drops in this deck. Rary Thespian will just help me smooth out my draw early on. And then Gnarlid Colony, if I get the +1 counters going with Zamone, is going to be really good. And I look that it's a flex slot. I could play it on turn two. I could trade it off and then later on cast it for 5 from my graveyard with Muldrotha. Or I could play it for 5. You know, it's a flex slot since I'm ramping. It's really nice to be able to have another fatty at the top end. When my ramp is going, or just having a 2 drop early on. And then, like I said, yeah, the trample ability is going to be very relevant once I get Zamone going. So that's one consideration there. This blue black deck has really good interaction, obviously. So I have good filtering too. Think Twice, 2 Refutes, the 2 Campus Guides, Strix Lookout. And I could really do a tempo strategy where if I get the right draw with Cutthroat and holding up refutes and instant speeds stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Got actually 7 instants to trigger the Cutthroat, so the Cutthroat's actually decent here. Um, the splash is actually surprisingly clean. I don't have to play double green. I have a green black dual, and I have a forest. Just need to play 1 forest for my 2 green cards, and I have 4 ways to pull it out of my deck, plus a lot of looting and filtering and stuff. So this is good. It lets me play all of my bombs except for except for loot if you consider loot a bomb. And then the Ink Mage helps me fix my draw. The Wall will buy me some time and help me fix my draw, get where I need to. Um, yeah, so this is another option. I think this one's really good too. I'd be happy with either of these. And then there's also a blue green deck. I'll show you that in a moment, but I want to also comment on Seeker's Folly right now because in this blue black deck, Seeker's Folly is a lot more awkward to play since I want to hold up instant speed interaction. Um, and I don't need to discard since I have Refute to interact with things outside of the board and bombs that they might be trying to deploy. But this is really strong, and I like that it shores up the weakness against potentially go wide decks that I could run into. So that's one of the draws to play the green black deck because Seeker's Folly is better in there. Um, yeah, so let's take a look at blue green real quick, just to show you. All right, so here's blue green splash black. This one has the advantage of having a pretty clean splash again. I only have to play one basic swamp, and it also has a lot of instant speed play for the cutthroat, and then Strix looting at the end of your turn is nice. The two bite downs, two refutes, uncharted voyage, think twice. These are nice things to play at the end of their turn with instant speed advantage. Um, I don't think I probably wouldn't play the wall in here. I need to make a couple. I need to make one more cut. This one could potentially run 16 lands, but I don't think I want to do that. Um, but yeah, this one looks pretty clean in terms of the mana curve. I have the most two drops, and I have good two drops too. And this one's the cleanest in terms of probably mana and just smoothness, and it's going to have the easiest mana to play, and it's also going to have the best curve. But it lacks some amount of power. I do lose the hard removal of Bake into a Pie, and I lose Stab, and I lose Hero's Downfall also. But I also lose High Society Hunter. Black is really strong. This is going to be one of my better ways to close out games here. So I think I want to play black just for that extra power. All right, so here's back to the blue-black one again. And my biggest concern with this is that some of the mana is there's a lot of double blue and double black. And then plus I have like a green splash, which I have really good fixing between these four artifacts, plus some early filtering and cantrips. But I could just see stumbling on mana being a thing with this deck. It has high top end and a little bit less ramp than the green ones would have access to. Um, so I don't know, it's so close. Honestly, I would be happy to play any of these three decks that I just showed you: the blue black, the green blue, or the green black. If you handed me a pool and said this is, and one of those was the only one that could be built, I would be very happy to play it. Having to make the choice between the three is pretty challenging, and I think I'm gonna try this blue black one first, and then from there, maybe I'll switch it up and try some of the other ones. We'll see how it goes. I wish it was best of three because I would have some awesome depth to my sideboarding strategy, but we got to send something, and I like this blue black deck, so let's go ahead and send this. Let's give it a shot. Let's take one more look here. Just make sure there's nothing I'm missing that should be played. Leaving the Seeker's Folly on the sidelines I'm not happy about, but I do have two refutes. Um, you know, in green black, I don't have to play Grappling Kraken. One of the things I'm concerned about with that deck is just having to get up to double blue when I only have two islands. I could play three islands, but that would be pretty bad too in that deck. So But the green-black one, I really like the Seeker's Folly and Loot, um, and the Gnarlid Colony. I'm just going to send it with this blue-black one. We'll give it a shot. Um, so let's go ahead and jump in. Like I said, I might switch to green-black midway through, depending on how I'm feeling. Okay, let's see. This is a pretty good start. Yep. Opponent plays a mountain. Do I get a land with Campus Guide? I could use a swamp. I could also use a forest. I also have a Solemn Simulacrum coming to where maybe I don't need to. Now that I have another 6-drop, I am going to make sure that I hit that land with the Campus Guide. I don't need a forest, so it's definitely going to be a swamp. That'd be double black, double blue, and green. We just want to make sure we're hitting those land drops here. Opponent plays a Campus Guide. Pretty cool sleeves. I like that sleeve. Japanese art. And I'm going to go for the curve out instead of trying to hold up Refute here, since I don't really have anything to do with the mana in case the opponent decides not to play anything. And plus, this way I get the value from the Plunderer. Help fix my draw. And I like that I can get these permanents back later with Muldrotha. It's pretty good value. Okay, that's going to be a big beat there. We're getting beat down pretty hard. All right. So here we're going to play Solemn Simulacrum. I'm going to get an island because we're getting a lot of blue pips in our hand. 5, okay. And now if we can just hit a land here, I think we'll be pretty good. Wow, another Feldar Savior. Okay, this is just like a problem. They can just curve out like this. Is this what we're doing? Yeah, I think so. So we get an extra look at a card here. Yes, I would like to draw a card. Thank you. Okay, we did get... Okay, that's pretty nice. So we have 4 6-drops now. Which one stabilizes the best here? Probably the Kraken for now. And I'm just dead to a removal spell. So we're going to have to just live with that if they have one. Okay, that's not a removal spell. It's a good sign. They have to decide if they want to just start attacking me. They are. Yep. Okay. So I would take 5, and the Heartfire Immolator would be able to kill my Kraken, and they'd have 2 creatures left. Looks like the opponent is going for that line. Gonna finish off the Kraken. That's fine. It's 2 for 1. All right. I think the safest bet here is to, because I'm dead if they have a removal spell if I play either of these creatures. So what I'm going to do is hold up Refute plus Voyage. 5, 6, 7. So I have enough mana for that. No land. I don't think I need a land. 5, 8. I'd have 9 if I do that. I guess that's enough to do Curator plus Ink Mage or Refute, even if he does kill Muldrotha. So I think maybe I will take a land. Since Muldrotha's still alive, I'll play that land here. And let's go with the Curator of Destinies, I guess. I think I should have played the Kraken from my graveyard instead of start tapping their guys down. That would have been a better move. I am worried about dying to like a Burst Lightning or something. That's a pretty big surprise. Good thing I had the counter spell. All right, let's just not die to a Burst Lightning off the top. Good game, good game. Whew, that was pretty close. They came out pretty hard there with the double Felidar saviors. right, we got our first game. I don't know. It felt a little, it felt a little by the skin of our teeth there. I don't know if I want to switch to the green black deck. Maybe it's a little clunky, a little less clunky. Tough to say. Tough to say. Yeah, refute is a very good magic card. Um, so that's a thing. Really, it stepped up there in a pretty big way. Although I had enough removal, I could have taken care of the angel anyways. Yeah, what the heck? Let's give green black a try for this next one. I will. I think I will cut the Kraken. It seemed like a little bit overkill. I have so much good removal. I don't think I super need it. Seeker's Folly makes me feel nice and safe, so I want to play that. Play these. Probably play these, and it still feels a little clunky with all these 4 drops. I don't know if I'm just supposed to play the black 3 mana 3/2. This guy, Marauding Blight Priest, just a 3 mana 3/2. But it'll be a little less clunky without the extra 6 drop. I drew like 4 6 drops last game. It seemed like, um, so that was kind of funny. Yeah, let's give this one a shot though. I do like the Seeker's Folly a lot. Like I said, we don't have counter spells, but we have plenty of removal. So I'm gonna mix it up. I'm gonna try green black this time. I think the decks are very comparable. I'm not even sure which one's better. It's a little slow. We're on the draw too. The opponent is like playing Boros. They could just run us over. I do have a life gain land that helps out. We got all 3 colors. Turn 1 Latimer Elf is the last thing I want to see right now. Yeah, let's draw a 2 drop here. Come on. Okay, Infestation Sage. All right, they're getting a quick little start there. This is exactly the type of situation where um, where Seeker's Folly would be great. Give all. Just kill all the 1/1 creatures. Becomes removal for loot, but at least we got a land out. No, he doesn't have removal. It's got something. Okay. All right, there's a Gnarlid Colony. That's a thing. I think I have time to play the Solemn Simulacrum here. Maybe I'll take a hit from the Gnarlid. I can take 4. I think that's okay. Could also just block to draw a card, but oh, I was supposed to get double blue. No way. I, I totally messed that up. I was supposed to get an island with that simulacrum. Um, yeah, so I can't cast my 6-drop next turn, but I can do Bacon to apply plus Sanguine Siphoner, so I'll just go no blocks. I could also do Siphoner plus Prowler. I could also activate Loot, so we got a few options. Nope, Loot's dead. Okay. Okay, wow. That's pretty lucky we drew the island naturally. Um, that said, do we even want to play Curator right now? I think I'd rather double spell this turn just to make sure I don't get blown out by removal and we can stay relevant on tempo here. So I'm going to play my 2 creatures. Just going to play these 2 creatures. And I'll trade the Prowler for the Colony, for sure. See if we can just grind them out. They could have a bigger bomb I want to take care of with Bacon to a Pie, and since I can just trade my Prowler for it, I'm happy to do that. I got 7 mana now. Start getting some life with the Siphoner. I would really like to get the Stab and the Witness Protection into my graveyard, along with the land. Let's just do this. Nice. Another Infestation Sage, okay. Opponent hasn't shown anything very threatening so far. Just a bunch of random commons. I'll just put Moldrota out now, even though I'm not getting any value off of it. The opponent's not really doing anything. I don't think there's like sweepers in these colors, so... Oh, I guess there is Sacrifice 13 creatures, the black one, Blasphemous Edicts. So I could get punished for this, for sure. But I'm going to just try to close out the game quick here while I have such a big advantage. Sure. Keep that on top. Oh, I could have played Witness Protection too on the flyer. That would have been. I forgot you can do one of each type, so that's an enchantment. So totally separate type. All right, that was not a very tough game. The deck looked really good, and the opponent didn't really seem to get a lot of action. The deck just kind of seemed like a random pile of cards, but I don't know. It might have just been a bad draw. All right, round 3. Let's go. Good hand. Good hand. Good spread of colors in the lands, and then we got a good curve too. And a curve that, above all else, also provides more filtering. So this deck is very like efficient and redundant. It has a lot of filtering early on. I really like that. All the cantrip type effects. Opponent mulligan. Muldrotha. Solemn Simulacrum. I like that. We'll be able to curve right into Muldrotha here if everything goes well. I'll put that in the graveyard. We don't need the campus guide yet. Okay, they got 3 mana, 3/3. I could kill it right away, but I think I'd rather. Just keep committing to the board here. Do I want Gnarly Colony to draw that next turn, or yeah, it's actually fine because yeah, I'll draw that because next turn I'm gonna most likely use Solemn Simulacrum, and then I'll have 5 lands. But I don't necessarily want to play Muldrotha right away with 6 lands. I'd like to get some value off of it, so this gives me something to do in the interim there. Okay. No moves from the opponent. Could have a trick. Could have a removal spell. Could have the dog that bounces the guy back to his hand. Let's I guess attack. Could have the guy that gives him 2/1/1s also. Yeah, we'll just attack with both. Okay. Just have nothing. Simulacrum, get the islands, so then we'll have double blue. And then next turn I think I'll play the Gnarlid, and then we'll wait a turn and play Muldrotha after that. That way I can at least hit a land with it, you know? Like, even though I don't have a 1 mana spell. I like playing Muldrotha when I can guarantee some value off of it. Okay, the opponent's digging. Okay, they got rid of their maker move. That's awesome. That would have killed. Oh, we got Simone. Okay, that changes things. Because now we can just go like pure beats. So I think I'll just do Zimone and Gnarlid Colony. Okay. Just big beats here. That's all we're doing. They have Day of Judgment? They do. Okay. I'm not sure which one's best to play first. I'll just do this since I can put a land in right away. Maybe the Curator of Destinies is a little bit better because it's flying and it could close out the game faster potentially. Okay, that's fine. Um, I don't know. It's pretty close. I really don't care which of these cards I get. I don't think. I guess I would like to play a land, so I'd like to have the forest mostly. But okay. Got another removal spell. What's a removal? I think in retrospect, next time I'll play Curator first, generally before Muldrotha, because the more lands I get, the more value I get off of Muldrotha the turn I play it. So if they kill it afterwards, it's still good. And yeah, let's go ahead and attack. Wow, that's pretty impressive. Just that was pretty perfect for them. Okay, let's do this. And we'll do this. And I'm almost out of creatures. Decline. We don't want the crazy cat lady to get going, so I want to take that out right away. Wow, 2 sweepers? Very impressive. Finally play something I can actually target with a removal spell. What do I have left on my deck right now for threats? Not much. Yeah, I should always play Muldrotha last. I think that was actually a pretty big mistake this game. So if I lose, I think I can chalk it up to that. I still have High Society Hunter, Loot, and Burnished Heart are the only ways I have left to win. Um, yeah, I might run into a situation here where I just simply don't have enough creatures left to win the game. Loot's not going to do it. I just need to draw my High Society Hunter. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to win before I deck myself. Because these creatures are just way too small. And now I'm regretting cutting the Kraken also, but mostly I just regret not playing Muldrotha first. Or playing Muldrotha. I regret playing Muldrotha before I play the other card. Just so many little like points of power and toughness getting put on the board, and it's becoming to the point where it's very unlikely I'll be able to overcome it. Um, yeah, that Slag Storm was nuts, dude. That was really the one that put it over the top for the opponent here. Their removal, everything just lined up so perfectly well against what we were doing. Plus, I played sloppy a little bit earlier. There is a question of should I use the Burnish Chart to get the last lands out of my deck. Got 7 lands left in there. There's a lot of lands. Yeah, maybe I should do that. Getting for a good crunch here. Good hit. Stab was a great draw. Okay. Just moving it back and forth. What do you got? Got something. Claws out. Okay. Okay, so they trade. I'm left with the 2/2, and he's down to 1 life. Let's see. Wow. Okay. That was so close. I feel very lucky because I did play sloppy a little bit there when I was way ahead early on, or I thought I was. Didn't realize they had 2 sweepers and a removal spell for everything. So I'll have to remember that. We're play Moljotha last. All right. Okay. Round 4. Let's begin. Another really good hand. Starting just all these little. Dude, Campus Guide is so good. I love this card. It just fixes all your draws. It's really great. Am I gonna get a basic land with it this time around? I'm not really sure. We'll see what I draw next. I drew a Grow from the Ashes. I think I will get a swamp with this. Let's just get plenty of lands early on and get going from there. Because I can get the grow for an island, I can do sell them for an island, and then we're there. We don't need to worry about land much the rest of the game. What I actually should have done would have been better is get an island and then because I sometimes I forget that grow comes in untapped. So if I would have gotten a an island with the campus guide, I would have gotten a swamp with the grow, and then I could have represented stab. It's a little bit of a marginal advantage, but stuff like that does add up. So. It's a wary thespian. Okay, so now I have a couple choices, honestly. I could play High Society Hunter. They're way behind on lands. I could play High Society Hunter, just put a big threat on the board. If it dies, I get it back with Muldrotha later, so it's not a big deal. I'm going to go for this. Just see if we can... See how much damage we can do while they're still behind on mana relative to us. Okay, there's a big Fin Bouncer. That's pretty good. Okay, 6 lands. Okay, let's do this now. Now we have 7 lands. High Society Hunter can come down next turn. I'm totally down to this trade-off. He wants to trade off too because he knows I have High Society Hunter, but that's fine. A turtle. Okay. Not worried about that. So we'll drop the Hunter again. Okay, Vivian's a good answer to the Hunter. Yep. Pretty good. Felling Blow can only hit a creature. So if I get Muldrotha here, I can play. Yeah, I guess I'll just get the Gnarlid Colony since I only have 2 mana. It's a little disappointing, but it's just a bear. Just a bear. Too bad Felling Blow can't hit Planeswalkers. But if he doesn't have a removal spell from Muldrotha this turn, wow, he's got Kona. 2, 4, 6. Kona is next turn. Okay. 8, 12, huh? Okay. Okay, opponent's deck is good. Opponent's deck is good. 4, 7. We got 9 mana. What I should have done last turn was get the campus guides to get a land, and then I could play Solemn Simulacrum this turn with Muldrotha. I guess I could still do it this turn, but then what I need to do is draw a removal spell for Coma. So it's not as good this turn for sure. Yeah, I really just need another land right now. Nothing I do really affects the board. All right, I'll just do this and play another like just 2-1 for now. We will decline because I need to draw a removal spell. Otherwise, I'm cooked. Vivian is a machine. He's got a High Society Hunter too. Okay. I'm not worried about that as much as I am about Kona. There it is. Can we rip a removal? Yes, we can. Awesome. Okay, so it's Ward 4, right? Yeah, so we can do that. It's a good tell. I'm trying to see if Coma, if he has a way to get the witness protection off of Coma, because that would be a nasty surprise if they could attack me with that. And so I'm half tempted to felling blow it while I still have a chance. It's kind of close. Oh yeah, Vivian getting a land this time. Okay, she's done a lot of damage this game. She's drawn a lot of cards, and she killed my flyer too. That was rude. Yeah, there's the Rex Sage, blown out, totally blown out. It's gonna be tough to recover from that. Okay, that's GG pretty much. And I could have, yeah. Oh, I thought I had enough mana to do witness protection on it again. I don't. I do not. So we're totally boned now. I shouldn't have replayed Muldrotha there. That was just dumb. All right, first loss. That one was that was an avoidable loss. I think I could have played that a little bit better. A couple spots there. That was rough. All right, let's go. Let's run it back. All right, fine hand. Let's get that out of the way. I'd rather hit a 3-drop or something. If I need the zombie, I can get it back later with Muldrotha. Okay, that's good. Cool. Okay, to sell him on turn 4. I like that. I should have played the Sullen first so I get the surveil value, but whatever. I'll put it into my graveyard. Yeah, sure. I don't know. I've already lost 3 lands in the graveyard, so maybe I should be careful with that. I don't want to thin my deck out of lands too much because I do want to draw land still. Let's just play Muldrotha. If they have like a removal spell, then so be it. They're low on lands. Yep. The problem with this deck is that if once Muldrotha dies, the deck is like takes a big hit. How am I out of cards already? Okay, Alicia. That's a card. Can we draw a non-land, please? All right. All right. Bad beats. Just, yeah. All right. Well, that's that. I don't know if I was supposed to build the deck differently. The last two games were just real bad beats, man. I don't know what else to say about that. Just drew nothing but lands. That last game and the game before, just maybe there was a couple small errors, but it was just like ridiculous how well everything lined up against what I was doing. But that's magic. That's what you get. So thanks for watching. Tune in next time. Peace.